Yo, man, we back in another video. We back with a special video. You already know what's going on. You know what's popping. Hey, we finna react to, man, build your dream smart living room. I ain't gonna lie to you. I be watching a lot of like re-innovating, you know what I'm saying? Houses, like, not houses in creation. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I be trying to, like, I ain't gonna lie, I be having like my mindset and what I be wanting to do, like in the future wise, like with houses and stuff like that. Like just like with my own house, like with my own dream house. Or not even dream house, just we're like, yeah, my own dream house, or just like my own house. So it's like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you, I be like with my cribs, like if any of my cribs, like I just like just having nice, especially then like in the future later on when I start like owning property and stuff like that. I want to make sure everything is on right and everything is good, especially if it's under my name. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to do something. If I do, I want to do it right. Especially with like, in my own house, like with my own like, shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna have that right. Right. The whole thing when I do it, I'm gonna make sure I do it right. Make sure I do like all the oh fuck, that's in my eye. But I want to make sure I do all the what's that shit called? Like just everything right inside. Just know it's gonna be yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just know I was a little. I was, you know what I'm saying? I was a little, you know what I'm saying, ahead of the game before I started, you know what I'm saying, doing this. Yeah, I mean, I do see it. But yeah, that's how.
Do you know what I think? I think because this is like the room where you're going to want to just recline and get blasted by what's a cool thing to listen to. I just feel like this is a really cool room to have like big floor standing hi-fi speakers.
Bang & Olufsen, I'm curious what they would do.
Man, I normally feel like Bang & Olufsen gets it right with that.
It's the culmination of B&O's wildest dreams.
That's crazy though. This got over 1.5 million in 14 hours. That shit crazy. Hold on, I'm gonna put my Apple on so I'm charge it real quick.
Nightmares. Got Kef. They also make really, really good speakers. Oh yeah, so Meridian, the same company who's doing the audio in our cinema room, they also have floor-standing speakers. Let me just go to the Meridian. Meridian natural nut and seed butters.
I've actually had those, they're really good.
Oh, Meridian audio.
That shit crazy.
Okay, so you can go gloss black, satin white. Honestly, like these speakers are so expensive, but this has been like one of my dream things to own for a really long time. So right after we filmed this buying section, we actually went to go check out this Meridian floor stander in person, and I fell in love. Not even just with the sound, but the engineering. Like, you see this separate head that you have for your higher notes. This thing is so isolated from the main body that I was able to balance a coin sideways while the thing was still blasting at full volume. So, we got them.
Okay, lighting?
So we've tried quite a few different lighting systems at our old house. We've tried Govee, Nanoleaf, Lifex. The best one in my experience has always been Philips. Okay, so Philips Hue. They're definitely very expensive for what they are. Every time you see one of their bulbs, you just think,
hey, once you get the light bulb, that's gonna set your crib right.
Yeah, what is it made of?
That's gonna set your crib right, though. That's gonna have your shit.
You want a couple of like, maybe in the corner here?
Oh, in the corners of the room, just kind of bleeding onto the wall.
Oh, that.
Oh, yeah, that's interesting. There it is.
And it's got wood.
I'm gonna make you mad.
And
it's got a wooden base. And it's got a hefty price.
Wow. It's such a good match for the room that it'd be rude not to.
Yeah, I agree.
So table lights, there's actually quite a few different options. What do we pick?
I don't know.
Let's get some irises.
Light strips? Do we want any like strips underneath the sofas?
Hey.
Under the sofa, I think makes a lot of sense.
That is tough. I ain't gonna lie. That's a really make your house even like more like if you want to like re-innovate it, you want to do it, make it even more nice. I did it in my last house. So I'm gonna lie to you, under the couches. My brother already did it, but it was like the worst thing. I had looked and seen like that, but I had like redid it. I did that, and then I put it underneath. Then I want to see after that. I did like with something behind my TV and something underneath my bed. When you put it underneath your bed, it's even more tougher. I'm not even cap to you. I put it underneath my bed. I want to do like with the walls and then like do it on the sky too, like do it on the ceiling. Do it on the ceiling, it's even gonna be more harder. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like I just like making my shit look nice, like the best.
Give it that kind of floating feel. The only annoying thing about
That
Philips is you
mindset,
then
like,
also
if I
have to buy a
design something,
separate
it's gonna
cube bridge. It's a necessary evil.
I think that's all the lighting we need. What else do we need in this room? I was thinking some kind of really nice scent diffuser. So I found one called the Hotel Collection.
Whoa, our tower scent diffuser uses cutting-edge cold air diffusion technology. It's called Mist. So each of these oil refills is inspired by the scents in different famous hotels. Star Wars: The Empire.
So it's high-end hotels or smell like Star Wars.
What on earth? You can choose to smell like Jedi or Sith. Can you imagine the movies? They pull out their lightsabers, they're like, what are you wearing? I think we should get the dark side. It's also buy one, get one 80% off, so I feel like that makes a lot of sense.
Okay, let's do it. What else do we need in...
Hey, they tough. They know what they doing right there. They bouncing off. That's a good thing. They bouncing off ideas. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's nice. I don't lie to you. Yeah, but yeah, the way they doing everything, I like that.
This room. What are you thinking? Like, what is this room?
This room's kind of like a
Even
happy
how
place,
that's
isn't
nice.
it? You know, board games, books,
Oh, yeah, books.
Pokemon.
Well, we've been looking for a place to put all
They
of
know
the
how
stuff
to
we have.
do
Be it the Pokemon binders, the cards, the plushies. Should I bring the...
I don't know what you're talking about.
A few moments later.
We have the plushies.
Oh, these are adorable. Let's get Pokemon into this room.
I'm actually on board. I think we could do it in a really nice, subtle way.
Or not subtle. Imagine if we had like a cabinet spanning that entire wall and it's just filled with just things that we find fun, like Pokemon. If you would like to look for some Pokemon stuff, I'm okay with that. Oh, Pokemon Center.
That's what I'm going to find you doing.
I really like Warlord. It's a really cool Pokemon.
I'm on board, so I'm going to call your bluff.
Really?
Yeah.
To bless you.
Well, I was thinking maybe this can be, you know, when Joyce does this montages.
Okay, so they're gonna be like a Pokemon theme, like a little, okay. Alright, it's gonna be nice, like a little Pokemon, little. Then I kind of see where they're going. It's gonna be live though. It's gonna be live, for sure. It's
I
gonna
think
be
that's
hard.
it now for stuff.
Okay, that's fair. Let's do furniture. We found what looked like the perfect place online, but it's a good thing it's an interior design place. The game plan for this visit was to leave with our dream sofa, coffee table, side chairs, and bookshelf all locked in. Right, time to bounce on some sofas. Do you mind? Bye.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, no, that is not bouncy. Wow, but plenty were. Oh, sorry. After many bounces, we started to figure out what we wanted. We realized that a curved sofa was the best way of keeping people close together for both conversation and games, but also that the...
Yeah, I was just about to say that curved sofa is nice. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like for your house, for a house like wise, like if you put that like how you doing your house, I would say a curved sofa would be the best thing. Yeah, the curved sofa would be the best thing for sure. So yeah.
Material matters. With sofas, the two key types of cushioning are foam, which is cheaper, it holds its shape better, and it's firmer, and then feather, which really properly lets you sink in, but can start to look a little bit scruffy over time. After a lot of searching though, we found one which was curved. It was made with foam, so it retained its shape, but it was really soft foam, so it almost had that plushness of feather.
Yes.
Yes. Now we just needed some lounge chairs to accompany that sofa. It's an instant plus 2 points if something swivels. I like tall chairs. Ooh,
Oh yeah.
that's actually really comfy. And it rotates. It's actually really nice to try. And this was the moment we realized we just found our dream chair.
Yeah, I'll put that
We
in.
also found a coffee table that we absolutely loved. We initially came into this thinking that we wanted something higher, but having actually sat around these low tables, I could just see all of the amazing board game nights we could have gathered on the floor around something cozy like this. Now we just have to put it all together.
I see where they're going with this. I ain't want to. I see where they're going. It's gonna be just know it's gonna be like it's like a modern. I want to say modern style, but like design like with the Pokemon. It's gonna be very like I would say like newish. You know what I'm saying? Newish
I sketched out where I wanted everything to go, adding in a massive rug as well that complemented the curve of the sofa, and also at this point realised that we basically just turned our living room into a smiley face. What was very cool though is that the company then, in about 20 minutes, turned that little hand-drawn sketch into an actual 2-scale drawing featuring the exact sizes of all the pieces we picked. All we needed now was a bookcase to finish it all off. I mean, it's basically exactly what we've been looking for. Just like giant Pokemon statues everywhere. Who needs board games and books? But what colours do we go for all this stuff? We're naturally bold colour people, so this screams to me. This face right here says it all. She asked me to try again, so I did. We would probably pick something like...
Bring in books and decor like this, not main pieces.
And you know what? This was good advice. Drisha and I are both naturally drawn to very bright colours, but I feel like if we'd actually gone for the rainbow we initially came in looking for, our room would have lost a lot of sophistication. And there is one more benefit of keeping things a little more muted, which I'm coming to.
Oh yeah.
We slowly saw this room come together over the next few weeks. First the sofa and the rug, then the cabinet behind, then, honestly, the best part was filling it. We've had so many things boxed up for so long. You know, wedding...
That's tough. I didn't know they were gonna do that too. They basically like just redid the whole wall too, while adding that on. That's even nice. They add the what's in it with, you know what I'm saying, all the shelves, the whole, especially they made it black. How you make it in black, that's basically as I made. I mean, with everything like the little, what I want to say, the little, just like, I want to say the thing, like the little places, the little toys and stuff. So basically what they put up on there, it's gonna pop out. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna catch their eye. So whoever walk inside, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna basically like it's gonna like show for sure. I mean, you know what I'm saying, when you look and you see.
Gifts, games we've been wanting to play, and in one fell swoop we've been able to get everything out. And then we managed to get in a few extra additions, things we didn't realise we wanted initially, and things that we didn't even think we could fit into this space. And that leaves us with the final product. Welcome to the living room. And instead of just going around and pointing at stuff...
Sheesh! Hey, they did that though. I told y'all it was gonna be hard. It was gonna be hard. I don't know how to you. That's like I'm gonna say if you got like a family home, you know what I'm saying? If you got a family, this gonna be a good home. Or you like feel like if you like still like in there, like if you still like if you into like Pokemon and all that stuff, this gonna be great. Especially not even into like if you're not even like into Pokemon, up to date wise. Like I'm gonna say you can just swap out like I wanna say the Pokemon stuff for like different things, you know what I'm saying, that you could be into. It's still gonna be good. Cause with the lights and all that stuff right underneath the couch. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's good.
I think the best way to show you just how cool this room is to show you the 4 key rules that we've made sure we followed and why those have paid off big time. So this is going to seem like a really strange thing to say, but number 4 is neutrality. We first came into this thing wanting to plaster the entire room with a rainbow of bold colours, and if that's your thing, then you should by all means go for it. But the reason that I'm so glad we ended up keeping all the key pieces, the rug, the chairs, the sofas, all a little bit more reserved, is that we can re-theme this room whenever we want to. So you can see right now we've got a blue theme going on here, right? Well, not anymore. All we have to do is to swap a couple of plushies and the whole mood of the room changes. Yeah. And there's 2 pieces of tech that are making this re-theming so easy. The first is the Philips Hue lights, of which we've got the 2 irises we bought in this cabinet. We've got the floor standing lamp in the corner over there. And then beneath the sofa, the Philips Hue light strip. And I've got to say, if you were just going to do one of these, get the sofa lights. This one strip makes such a difference to the vibe of this room. I mean, it's mood lighting, while also elevating the design of your sofa.
That's tough. I ain't lie to you, he did that.
I think half looks like it's
photo. For sure.
I guess because you would expect there to be shadow beneath that, so when instead you see light, it makes it look weightless. We found that the floor lamp is a little bit more situational. You need to have a corner that you can stick it into, you need to have matching walls so that it doesn't stick out like a sore thumb, and you need to have a nearby plug socket so that it doesn't create a mess. But do all of that, and I think it does add enough of a kick of colour to be worth the hassle. The Philips Hue irises are somewhere in between the 2. I'd say they look just as gorgeous as I was hoping they would. And I also love how the way that they're angled upwards means that they give you both lighting at eye level, but also lighting on the ceiling above you, which means that together with the light underneath the sofa, you're...
Dang, I wonder how much Bray put into this. Wherever how much, he still did good. Like his vision was good. You know what I'm saying? As he was seeing like his whole house and everything, his vision was good for sure.
Kind of surrounded by whatever color theme we decide to go for. The only thing I would say is, given how much of a chungus this light actually is,
I wonder how you
it's
can do
not
the rest of
putting
the
out a
house.
whole lot of light. It could be a little brighter.
I wonder how you can do the rest of the
Yeah,
house.
so could I. And then the second part of this theming equation is the Samsung Frame TV. And having used this for a little bit of time now, I have thoughts. So on one hand, when you think about it from an art perspective, the value proposition here is absolutely insane. You can very easily pay what this TV costs for one painting the size of this TV. Except if you go for this TV, you get unlimited art pieces that you can change up in seconds. Now, obviously, it's not exactly the same as discovering a quaint little art shop, finding a piece you absolutely love and learning everything about it. But if all you wanted to do was to display a bunch of JPEG images, then this TV does actually make those JPEGs look very much like real art, especially if you can find images that have natural brushstrokes in them. And it doesn't waste a lot of energy. The thing actually has sensors built inside of it that are designed so that the TV displays art when you're in the room, and then it gets rid of the art and turns itself off when you're out of the room.
That's still cool.
With, I would say about 97% effectiveness.
like,
Not to mention, this is a full-on 4K TV with internet, with apps, with speakers, and it's quite a good TV at that. I was very much expecting compromised image quality, because that's what the early Samsung frames were like. But now we're at the 2024 generation, it feels pretty flagship. The only real issue that I've had with it is with the Samsung SmartThings app that you have to use to put art onto it. It feels quite buggy, and I've had nothing unfixable, but probably 4 to 5 times in the last few weeks where the app is not doing what I want it to. But overall, I would say this is an A+ tier product.
Yeah, that would hard.
Hey Meta, which of these shots should I take?
Try to hit the yellow ball.
Now at Verizon, get Samsung Galaxy S24 Plus and watch and tap, all 3 on us.
I ain't gonna lie.
Find the best time to get away with
He's
flexible
gonna
day
get fat,
service.
though.
Hotels.com.
He's not even
Booking
capping.
here.
He's not even capping for sure.
Now, even more important than all the colors and the theming is, if we actually wanted to make this the perfect switch-off space, then how do we make it as relaxing and as fun
That's
as possible?
hard.
It's
You
not
can basically
partly
change
the obvious
everything.
thing, just picking stuff we like.
Change
So a
the
big part of
mood
that for me is,
for
as you
everything.
can
Like,
probably
basically, you
tell,
gotta do it
all this
with move
Pokemon
like
stuff I've been collecting for the last 15 years. Pokemon gets
And the whole
prime
movie
position in this cabinet. Apart from Drisha, who's right here. This was a bunch of the stuff that I used for my proposal, which I still can't quite to this day believe we pulled off. We've got all of our favourite board games down here. There's a very early collection of limited edition playing cards in here. And then also, just generally, while we have filled most of the rooms in this house with sharp lines everywhere, because it makes things look clean, with this room in particular, we wanted to make sure it was filled with curves, because it makes it look friendly. But then the other side to this equation is, how do you create the systems to be able to have as much
I ain't
fun
gonna
as
lie to you.
possible?
He actually,
And
he know what he's doing for sure.
It's boss kind. So one thing that I'm very proud of is this. This is the Drisha Arun gaming leaderboard. So every single game we play together goes on this side, made with tiles from Scrabble, which is one of the games, by the way. And then we spent a while trying to find the most bedazzled pins that we could use to represent each victory. So purple is her, blue is me. And we are uncannily close to 50-50
lights
right
around
now.
it or
But
lights behind
I think
it.
this is such a good idea. It adds so much tension to everything you do together, knowing that there will be public humiliation when you lose. And these frames going all the way across the wall are for our holidays. We spent about 4 years trying to figure out what souvenir we should collect when we go away somewhere. We love the idea of getting something, but it's just that for us, most mugs and fridge magnets just feel a little bit like clutter. So eventually we decided, let's just immortalize the best photo we take, and that becomes our souvenir. And it's just really fun because it's like a sub-quest every time you're away on holiday, where you're trying in the background to get that banger photo, knowing that if we love it enough, there's a space for it. It's pillar number 2 though, where things start to get juicy. Convenience. How do you make the room as functional as possible and as easy to use as possible for people without making it look tacky? Step 1, hide some wireless chargers. I love having friends over, but having had friends over for many, many years, I've come to the realization that the average person doesn't think as much about bringing their charging cable with them as us techies might. And so I cannot tell you how much of a relief it is. Instead of having to go to the top floor and rummage to find a cable with the right connector, to now just be able to say, hey, pass me your phone, put it on there, and done. Because yeah, each of these Pokeballs are actually 15-watt fast wireless chargers. Oh yeah, if you're wondering by the way how I've hidden the cables in this room, two things I would suggest. One, get cables as close to the colors of your surface as possible. So for example, everything that's wired in this cabinet uses a black cable, and everything that's against one of the house walls uses white cables.
I didn't know that was
and
like
two is these transparent sticky pads. This might just be the OCD part of my brain talking, but I absolutely love how these can make sure that your cables are running only in the very corners and crevices, and because they're transparent, they themselves practically disappear. I've shown you that we've got board games. What I haven't shown you is, well, how you can take nerdiness to a whole other level. So wherever possible, we've actually bought 3D printed inserts to make sure that every piece inside has a place, both inside the box and also outside on your plate. These drinks tables have been absolute game changers. I wasn't completely sure when I first got them, but having used them now, they get used more than the main table, because they give you the freedom to sit wherever you want to sit, to have a drink to hand, and also to not worry about spilling the thing. Because let me tell you, even though they don't look it, these bad boys are heavy. We have hidden an extension lead underneath the sofa in case you need to charge a MacBook. Although that is not encouraged in this room, and it will result in a formal warning. But the single biggest game changer for convenience is something that you don't usually see. This is Homey. They're sponsoring this video, and from everything I've tested, this is the most intuitive way to control your home. Because if you've ever tried to make your own home smart before, there's a very good chance you've also come to the realization that it's a mess. It feels like every other one of these smart gadgets uses a different communication standard, and so they don't talk to each other. But Homey brings them all together into one app. So I've created an automation called Fireside Mode. It took me less than a minute to do that, by the way. And when I tap this one command, the Philips Hue lights all change to orange, the room lights turn off. Very quickly, might I add. It turns on the scent diffuser, which you'll notice is a little different to the one we first bought. That hotel collection one was great. You'd actually be amazed how great it smells on the dark side. But we started to realize that it was far bigger than it needed to be for this kind of space, and that its remote was the most fiddly, non-smart little thing that needed far too much manual control. So we swapped it out for the Rituals diffuser that's been a lot better, and also happens to look amazing in the Homey app. It even turns on the fireplace, which is bioethanol, by the way.
Oh yeah, that's tough. You and your girl with the 4K TV, like 86 inches. Yeah, and with the Western, I ain't gonna lie to you, that like this, the colors is gonna hit.
Okay, so it takes a second to get going, but if you are trying to build an indoor fireplace, it is the way to go. It doesn't release any smoke, which is better for the environment, but also you. And then it also starts playing smooth jazz from these absolute monoliths. All of these different devices being controlled through, well, basically one button on one app is absolutely insane. And that brings me to the number one part of this room, the media experience. And there's more to this than just the frame TV. So first up, these are the Meridian DSP 8000 XEs. Let's just call them the Meridians.
I mean, that's actually they call like $1 million trillion.
We spent so much time back and forth on whether or not we should go for speakers of this insane value, but these have ended up lifting this room so much. I think even from an aesthetic standpoint, these things look so cool, just futuristic and yet also really clean, but it's the sound that is pristine. To try and paint a very vague picture, the speakers that you have on the very best iPhones have about 3 watts of power. The speakers that we put into our biggest iPhone ever that were kitted out to the moon, those were 400 watts. These guys, 3,840 watts. These things have the base power of hi-fi systems genuinely 8 times their size. And it's so weird listening to them because you're sitting here and you're expecting to hear 1, 2 speakers. But what you're actually hearing is this all-encompassing surround sound because of how these things are designed to fire, well, actually most of their output sideways. But then this is the creme de la creme of this room. So open up Homey again, tap movie mode, which is the second automation I've made, and 3 things happen. The Philips Hue lights go to 50% brightness and all turn red. The Samsung TV turns on and opens up Netflix, and
I'm smashing.
the blinds come down.
I'm smashing 3 times a day in that room.
And honestly,
that is a vibe. That's like on some 50 Shades of Grey. Oh, cap. We going back to back inside of it. That is tough. that whole room, like the design and everything, like the whole, like it just everything inside of there is just right. It's just right. I'm not gonna lie to you. Then you got the massage thing inside of there, So everything just hit, everything just right. I'm not gonna lie to you. It just feel like homey. I feel like if you walk up in there, it's gonna feel like home. It's gonna feel like good vibes. You know what I'm saying? For sure. It's gonna feel good vibes. So yeah.
The best part of Homey Pro is that it works locally without the cloud, all with energy monitoring insights and an entire community of users all making insanely cool things that you can do with your home products.
Not gonna lie, I'm
these
hitting
blinds,
inside there.
I spent a long time searching for the right ones for this house, and we ended up going for a company called Mrwhosetheboss, which we got from CP Interiors. Because obviously when you bring your blinds down, it's going to reduce the amount of light coming in and the amount of glare on your screen.
That's tough. We can pull the curtains up, the curtains down, whatever, like with the lights too, the moods, all that. That just, man.
But these things also have really good acoustic properties. So one part of that is reducing the amount of outside noise that comes in, but the other part of that is when you're sitting here watching a movie, reducing the amount of inside noise that hits it and gets reflected back at you. It's enough of a difference that even someone who's not completely dialed into audio quality can straight away tell there's much less echo and the sound is way more precise. And now, while sofas are cool, this has to be the greatest seat to sit and watch TV in. So long story short.
And it's vibe too. Then you can massage after you done, like after your fifth or seventh round. Y'all can just chill back, massage. Probably watch a movie, or you can go chill out. You can be like, bad, you know what I'm saying? Hey, let me. You probably want to get ready for round 6 or round 8. You never know. You like, let me